Behind me, two motorcycle legends. One of them has to go. Hi guys, this is Greg with No for 49 ADV. Yeah, you guessed it. I'm not gonna make you wait for it. I'm not gonna do one of these videos that last 15 minutes and you find out at the end of the video what the thing is. Yeah, the Africa Twin is going to a new home, hopefully, eventually soon. And it's a sad day. It's a sad day. I spent a lot of time building this bike. I had obviously an amazing starting point with the Africa Twin. And I had a lot of fun taking it on adventures all across British Columbia, obviously, in the States, at the rallies and whatnot. But, you know, it's time to start with a new project, I guess. But first, I'm gonna go through the reason why I'm letting my baby go. Princess, that's her name. And maybe decide what's coming next. There you go, internet. Come closer. Come closer. Start with the prawns. The prawns. The prawns. Beep. The prawns. Let's start with the pros. First thing first, the power. I had to take notes. I have my notes here. There's so many good things about this bike. The power is just absolutely lovely. It comes out of the box at 101 horsepower. After adding this HP Corsair exhaust, I did notice a little bit of increase of power. So I would say 5 or 6 horsepower or more. So it would get us to 1.7, which is plenty on the road, plenty off-road. Yeah, just amazing power. Let's talk about the electronics, which is, I'm gonna be honest, one of my favorite things. Some people don't like it. It adds a layer of mistakes that can be made or something else that can break during a road trip. The Africa Twin, they are very solid. It seems very confusing at first. There's a lot of buttons, there's a lot of modes, including the one you can create yourself. And also you see there's the CarPlay and the Android Auto, which is lovely. You're doing a long trip by yourself on the road. You want the maps, you want your music, you want access to, anything from your phone. It's great. You just have a cable that's coming from the front of the bike because it's not wireless. But on a long trip, if it's connected to your tank bag, it's not a problem at all. Did I use the Android Auto that much? Not really. Again, it's lovely. I get lost all the time, so it's very good for me to have the map right there in front of me. But I did manage to learn how to use the direction, just the audio direction, just through the Cardo. So I kind of, gave up on the Android Auto per se, but it's there. It's lovely. I also really enjoy the quick shifter from Honda, the OEM quick shifter, which I added on this bike. Unlike others, you can shift down and you can shift up. So I found it really helpful, even off-road, when you don't want to you're going downhill really fast. You don't want to clutch in and go even faster. You just tap it down and boom, you use the engine brake for slowing you down a little bit. Very handy. And on the road, it's just fun. It's just fun. Maintenance-wise, it's a Honda bike, fairly wide service intervals. Yeah, 4 liters of oil for every oil change, but that comes around every 6,000 kilometers, 7,000 kilometers. I'll put the exact number from the maintenance operator book later. I do it every 5,000 because I like my bike having fresh oil. But yeah, easy maintenance. Apart from that, you do the valve at 26,000 kilometers and that's it. And I did that and they were pretty much in spec. So not really a big issue here. And I was talking about speed and power earlier, but I didn't talk about torque, which is kind of a little bit different than power. It's the ability to grab whatever the bike is driving and keep this constant power in the rear wheel. This bike, the AT, has a lot of torque at low speed, so you're still in the 2500 RPMs, and it still climbs. And if you know how to play with the traction control, the modes, it makes it quite easy, to be honest. Yeah, it is quite easy. Another thing that's worth talking about is how bomb-proof this bike is. So I have very minimal crash bar. You can see a little bit of couple of, scars due to drops here, but yeah, it's solid. And what people would think is like, okay, with that much electronic in it, every time you drop it, you risk, disconnecting something or damage something in the big screen, whatever. Not the case. Not the case. Again, I'm not Tony Boo either, so I'm not taking this thing over rocks and do trial stuff with it. But we took a couple of tumbles together, and always unscathed. It's not even scratched. Like, look, this thing, I put this thing on. The original decal are still under. There's no scratches. There are no scratches on there, and these guys don't have scratches either. It's still all the impact has been on this middle crash bar here. Mind you, I have the skid plate. I took rocks like everybody's over skid plates, gonna stong, the famous stong. And I got here at the bottom, I got the side case protection, which is, I'm gonna tell you, it is, look at that, it's not even a scratch on it either. Cleaned it the other day. There's no really scratch, so that doesn't hit the ground either. It just this thing hit the ground. So it was the project of saving weight. We removed the upper crash bars, the lower crash bars, which were replaced with that, and we just kept that, and that's pretty much enough. I guess, unless you're going through some crazy stuff with rocks everywhere, but for what I do, it was pretty enough. So yeah, bomb-proof of a bike, right there. I never had to fix the brackets for the electronics or replug something. It's been like 3 years with this bike, and it's just all it needs is an oil change and a wash, and it's happy. Two more things I like about this bike. You buy it from the showroom, it's pretty much adventure ready. You throw a couple of bags on it. Yes, there's a skid plate. It's not the best skid plate, let's be honest. The OEM skid plate is not the best, but it will get you on a Forest Service road. It will get you on a side trail. No problem. It will be fine. Just put a bag on it, a couple of bags, a tent, and you're ready for adventure. You can drive hundreds of kilometers in a day. It's still comfortable. So with all these pros and the fact also that it is beautiful, especially with the decal kit here, the vintage kit, the design of the bike is beautiful. It is, for me, one of the best adventure bike you can buy. So with all these pros, why am I selling it? I'm starting to wonder why. Why do I want a divorce from this beautiful lady here? I think it all boils down to one thing. And people tell me, "Oh, who told you so?" And I can hear the "told you so" coming. Internet. It's the weight. I tried to make it lose weight, and as much as I could, changing the exhaust, removing crash bars, and so on and so on. And for my level for my skill level, it's still I want to access more difficult places, and it's smidge too heavy. It's probably my mid-size crisis coming up here. That's a term that I heard on the internet. It's a mid-size crisis when you're getting older and you're thinking about a bit of a lighter bike, and some people are the other way. They are getting older and they are thinking more of a cruiser. For me, it goes the other way. I just need something that I can manipulate a little bit better, and like 20-30 pounds lighter. would be pretty much ideal for my skill level. So, is it worth going through the same thing again just for 20-30 pounds less? Again, going to work on protections, exhausts, handlebars, mirrors, skid plate, all that adds up to the price of a bike. Obviously, luggage rack, rear plate, and so on and so on. Is it worth it just for 20-30 pounds? And again, 107 horsepower-ish. I don't need that much off-road. 75-80 horsepower will do just fine anywhere on the road. You can still pass truck. You're gonna get a bike that's around 460-470 pounds. It will do it. It will make your life a little bit easier off-road, and you'll still have some comfort on the road itself. So yeah, it's worth it for me. I also want to do kind of a fresh project. Again, like I said, I'm going through my mid-size life crisis here. It will be a good YouTube topic. Not that it's my main goal here. 461 subscribers. I love you guys. So it's just a good thing for mental health too. Let's be honest. I don't know. I was not planning on talking about it, but there is something about spending time in your garage or anywhere and wrenching on your bike that is good for your head. I do like it. I like the problem-solving aspect of it, and I think it's good for me. So yeah, it's a project. You're gonna add parts. You're gonna remove parts, but at the end of the day, it's kind of good for, for your head. So that's another thing to consider here. Conclusion, it's for sale. I already put a deposit on a bike. You guys tell me what you think I got. I'm not gonna give you any hints yet. I did kind of started buying parts already for it. Getting ahead of myself because I haven't sold this baby yet. So yeah, what do you think? Put it in the comments. What do you think I'm getting for next season? Would you be excited to see something new in terms of wrenching and going off-road and whatnot? You tell me in the comments. In the meantime, drive safe as usual. Do your thing. Enjoy your ride. Subscribe, don't subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.